here we are again for another episode of The Voice in the Valley. Sitting across the table with me is the very Ethan Smith, the one, the only. There's no other one like him.
I think I have way less credibility than the most other people who have spoken on this podcast. But
hey, you know what? The cool thing about having you on today, Ethan, is Ethan does a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff here at College Street with the podcast, the online, the worship team. He is one of the most talented musicians I've ever met. Can play every single instrument. That is no lie. He's probably plays instruments you haven't even heard of. I think the first time that we connected, that I first got to know you, were what, 14?
13.
13.
Yeah.
And when did you start playing on the worship team out in Okotoks, Alberta, Canada? 13 years old.
Yeah.
So, Ethan, I would just love the listeners to hear a little bit of your heart, how you came to be a part of the College Street worship team, the College Street worship band, and a little bit of behind the scenes. But if we can just, we know that we have a variety of listeners that listen to this, and I'm sure there's a lot of other younger listeners out there that are listening right now and wondering, how do I get to a point where you're at today, where you're helping release some of the top Christian songs in that genre that have come out. How many number ones have we had now?
Oh, I don't remember.
I think there's at least 3 number ones that you've been a part of. It's also ranked in the top 10 on Christian radio. The last one, I believe, by College Street Worship was Heaven in My Heart.
Warriors,
what you released. That's right. Did that one also rank in the top 10 on Christian radio?
That one was a little more interesting than the other stuff.
Okay.
So.
Well, let's start there. Before we hear a little bit about your background, since we went there, tell us a little bit of your perspective on how the song Warriors came to be, how that was a collaboration with the band.
People...
Yep, and we were already raising up leaders.
Through my research, honestly,